Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi has commanded you to do, so he can reassemble the tabernacle of David and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you, being the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Shalom. It's your brother Halaki from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi with another video. And this time I have a video from Full Spectrum Survival. And the title reads, Russia threatens war. The U.S. empire is over. You see, these Edomites see it, man. These people are starting to see what we have been saying, beginning with our elder apostles and the elders on the apostles and the elders under them on down, man. You see, what they've been saying for years, for decades, is coming to pass, as it is written, man. As the Most High prophesied would happen. So before we get into the video, let's read this real quick. This is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon," which is talking about America. And that dust is talking about what? Confusion. And that's where we see America at right now, man. In a complete state of confusion. You see, politically, economically, they're switching up the gender roles, man. There's nothing but confusion going on in this place. Hence, this place being called Babylon the Great, man. Babylon going into what? Babal, man, confusion. You see, this place is the great confusion, man. It says what? Sit on the ground, there is no throne. Why? Because this empire is coming to an end, man. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate. You see? That glory of kingdoms, the greatest country on the earth, man, that's no more. This place is at its end. You see? This place is on the brink of destruction, man. Verse 2 says what? Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. And this is going into what? The Most High exposing this place, you see? For all the wickedness that goes on here, man. For all the corruption that goes on here, man. For all the rape, robbery, and murder that has taken place here in this place, man. Everything about America is being exposed to the entire world. You see? Now these nations are getting even more bolder because the Most High is pouring the Spirit upon them to come up against this place. Verse 3 says what? Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. And that's exactly what's happening, man. Everything that this place stands for, man, was a lie. You see? The home of the free, the land of the brave. All that madness, man. Freedom, so forth and so on, is all lies, man. This place was built up on rape, robbery, and murder. Bloodshed, man. And all that is being pushed to the forefront by Yahawashi, man. For the entire world to see. Now everybody's looking at America with the side eye, man. You see, this place is being exposed for the cesspool that it is. It says, "Well, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." This is talking about Yahawashi when he returns, man, because he's coming to finish this place off. And he's not coming as a man; he's coming as an angelic force, man, an angelic being, man. You see, something the world has never seen before. And he's coming to take vengeance upon who? Babylon the Great and these damn Edomites for what? For what they have done unto the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Israelites, according to the Bible. Verse 4 says what? As for our Redeemer, Yahawah of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called the Lady of Kingdoms. And why is that? Because this place is going down. Just as the Most High prophesied would happen. Let's get this video.
We have told you for months now on this channel that the world dominance of the United States of America and its economic reign over the entire world was coming to an end. And now Russia's announcement furthers the potential for that to be a disastrous future for the country. Russia has declared that the world dominance of the United States of America, its economic empire, and its military control over the East are over, with a threat to stand firm and strike back if any of the Russian boundaries are crossed in future control negotiations.
You hear that? That's prophecy, man. What is this happening? What's happening right here with Russia, man? That's fulfilling prophecy. Let's go to it real quick. That's Ezekiel 38. And we'll start at 1. Ezekiel 38 and 1, it says, "And the word of YAHAWAH bahasham Yahawashi came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal." And why is the Most High against the Russians? It's because they are Edomites as well, man. And as it is written, Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated. No matter what you're calling yourself, you're still the Edomites. And the Most High still hates you. That's why he's against Russia. He's not for them. He's just using them as a tool to destroy Babylon the Great, man. You see? Verse 4 says what? "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." And this is exactly what's happening, man. The Most High is putting Russia back in that warlike spirit. You see? And why is that? Because war is being prepared to take place against America, man. World War III is about to break out very soon, man. This is why you see Russia making these proclamations that they're making, man. Standing firm against America. You see? No more this beating around the bush talk, letting them know straight up. If you interfere in our affairs, man, there's going to be consequences and repercussions, man. That's because the Most High is turning them back and putting them in that spirit of war. You see? Let's see what else we got.
The Russian president issued the stark warning during a televised Q&A. This happened just yesterday, during which he also boasted that even if Russia had sank the HMS Defender, it would not have caused a world war because the United States can do very little about it.
Talking that shit. And why is that? It's because America doesn't have that same power that it once had 50, 60, 70 years ago, man. You see? These nations are not afraid of America as they once were. And why is that? It's because the Most High is putting the spirit upon these heathen nations to be roused up, man. That's why. No one is afraid of America anymore, man. And that shows that this place is over. Just like the title says, man, the U.S. empire is over. And it is, man. Let's get this real quick. Obadiah 1 and 1. It says what? "The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi concerning Edom." You see, this whole chapter is dedicated to the so-called white race. You see? This is your book in the Bible, Obadiah 1. And it reads, "We have heard a rumor from Yahawah, and an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle." Who is the her, man? Babylon the Great, America. And that's exactly what's happening. You see? The spirit of these heathen nations is being roused up by the Heavenly Father, Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, man. And they're preparing for battle against America. That's why you hear the Russian president talking that shit that he talking, man. Because there is no more fear of America in the earth. You see, all that time of being a bully and going around and forcing and imposing your will upon these smaller nations, that shit is over with, man. You see? That's a thing of the past. It's time for this place to go down, and it's going to go down quickly, man. You see? Verse 2 says what? "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised," man. And when you go into this word small in the Hebrew, it goes into what? Katan. It says what? Young, small, insignificant, unimportant. And that's what's happening with America, man. They got this damn this damn president who has dementia, man, slurring his damn words. Can't even remember his speeches. Drifting off to other points that ain't making no damn sense. That's the Most High, man, making Babylon the Great a fucking laughing stock to the whole world, man. Making them insignificant and unimportant. You heard what Putin said. Even if I did bomb that ship, it wouldn't have started World War III. Because ain't shit America could do about it. Come on, man. That shows you how insignificant America is becoming. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, man. To the point to where all these nations are going to come up against this place and destroy this bitch. And it's going to be a beautiful fucking day when this cesspool is finally, you know what I'm saying, swept with fire, man. Let me see. Yeah, let's get this. Verse 3 says what? The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's what you Americans thought, man. You Americans thought that you can never be touched. Have Americans come to the camp. Yeah, America got 100 years left. Well, and what reality, man? You see? America is finished, man. I say this place don't even have 5 years. 2 years, maybe. You know? But this place is going down, man. That pride has deceived you people. And to thinking America can never be touched. You watch these matter of fact, let's see something real quick. Let's see what these comments are saying. Cause I know some of these comments you have some proud ass Americans on here talking about the power of the American military, but we're reading right here, man, that the Most High is going to bring these people down, this place down, man. Because at the end of the day, it's not of you people, it's all of Yahawashi, Yahawashi. And according to his prophecies, America was ordained before the foundation of the earth was laid to be destroyed, man. You see? Obadiah 1:4 says what? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. And that's exactly what we see happening, man. You see? They set their nest on high with the International Space Station, so forth and so on out there in the heavens, man. You see? They exalted themselves above all nations as if they couldn't be touched. You see? Just complete pride, man. But now we're seeing right here in real time, America is on a downward spiral, man. And they will never recover. Why? Because it's the will of Yahawashi Yahawashi. Let's see what else we got.
The warplane, as you know, dropped bombs in the path of the British destroyer last Wednesday. This had the potential, and we had watched this closely, this had the potential to blow up into a much larger issue. You had United States and Russian spy planes watching over the incident. You had Russian bombers dropping bombs in the path of the destroyer to get it to move. It had all the markings of World War III. And this comes as Britain dismissed Moscow's claims that warning shots were fired on the Royal Navy destroyer. Britain also said that bombs were not dropped in its path, yet footage came to light that showed just that happening. Why do you think Britain and the United States would say that bombs were not dropped? Because it shows that they did not have the ability to fight back against a provocative act. It showed that no matter what happened, short of an actual firing upon the ship, the USA, Britain, USA's allies, were going to do nothing about it. Putin boldly claimed his navy could have attacked the ship in the Black Sea because the West knows, they say, full and well that they cannot and will not win this war. During the Direct Line call-in show, citizens asked questions. Of course, sometimes popular, sometimes unpopular questions. Putin said that the period of control of the United States of America is over. Sanctions are over. They'll do nothing against Russia. This is a great time of change for the United States. We see the economic distress that is happening in the country, and all of the other allied nations are laughing in the background. They want this change to come because the dominance of the USA has held for so long. It has held for much longer than any of them had hoped or wished for. And they're ready for change and ready so that they can make more money, gain more control as the USA falls. Russia went on to say that the world is changing dramatically, something he says that Russia says the USA understands. On the other hand, this is a direct quote, at all costs, they are trying to maintain their monopoly position, hence their threats.
I have to collect all this stuff. Oh, I ran into somebody. He dropped all his stuff. I better get it before he...
And sanctions. We see this position being held internally in the USA. We see the members of the government in control, the hedge funds, the institutions. They are trying everything that they can to maintain financial control. They don't care who it burns on the way down, as long as they gain some control. Along with the day before yesterday's report that we put out that over 100 U.S. military bases were at risk of a water scarcity, the majority located in the West, there are warning lights that are flashing. Experts are warning that this...
That's it. So you see, man, the power of America is being stripped from it by the Heavenly Father, man. And it's all according to his will. You see, this place is done. It's over, man. You see, World War III will pop off and America will be destroyed as it is written. We've been telling you people, man, all through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, we have been giving you the warning. And look at it, it's finally manifesting itself, man. This bitch is over. You see? It's over, man. And there is nothing you people can do to stop it. We've been telling you. And like he said, Putin said what? It's a drastic change that's happening in the earth. You're right. Yahawashi, the Most High is doing this on the behalf of the Israelites like he did it in ancient Egypt, man. You see, in that process, his name is going to be glorified upon the planet Earth. That's the change that's happening. You see, all these things that are taking place is because of the words of Yahawashi being made manifest, man. You see? And that includes this war. So, let's get this. Let's get Isaiah. Isaiah 13. I will stir up the Medes against them. Yup. Isaiah 13 and 17 says what? Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. And as for their gold, they shall not delight in it. You see that? And this is what's happening, man. The Medes are the Russians, the so-called Russians, the Russian Edomites. You see? They're being stirred up against Babylon the Great. And why is that? Because this place is on the brink of destruction, man. You see, eventually war will break out because it has to, because that's prophecy, man. You see, and when World War III breaks out, you can go and count Babylon destroyed, man. You see, because that's going to be the end result of World War III. Babylon the Great being destroyed by way of thermonuclear missiles, man. 200 million thermonuclear warheads are going to rain down upon Babylon the Great to engulf this entire land in thermonuclear fire, man. This is what's coming. You see? And why is this happening? It's a punishment upon you wicked ass Edomites, man. And the wicked 2/3 of our people and the heathen who refuse to return back to their lands. They're gonna be engulfed in this fire as well, man. For all the madness and confusion that's going on. Hey, first and foremost, for what you've done unto the Israelites, man. That's why all these things are happening. You are being punished for what you have done unto the chosen people of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. You see, the end result of that is your precious America being completely destroyed by way of thermonuclear fire, man. So Isaiah 13 and 17 says what? Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Ain't gonna be no bribing your way up out of this one, man. Ain't gonna be no giving Russia a gift and maybe they'll back off. No, man. The Most High is gonna continue to stir that spirit up in Vladimir Putin, and guess what? It's gonna get to a boiling point to where he's gonna pop and it's gonna be on, man. It is going to be on as it is written. As it is written, man. You see? Let's get this. Because at the end of the day, this is what's coming, man. Let's get, where is that? Jeremiah, is it 50? Might be 49. Yup. This is Jeremiah 50 and 49. What does it say? For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. You see that? That north country is who? Russia, man. And they shall set themselves in array against her. For thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. You hear that? That's talking about the missiles that are going to be fired upon this place. And not just from Russia, man. Every nation that has thermonuclear capabilities is going to fire their weapons upon this place because they want to see Babylon the Great out of the way, man. We heard what the video said, man, that this is what the nations are talking about. You see? Getting Babylon the Great out of the way to make more money because they think they're going to rule next, but they're sadly mistaken, man. The next kingdom, the next rulership will be headed by Yahawashi. You see? An everlasting kingdom, a righteous kingdom, and that's what's coming next. Not another heathen rulership. So once Babylon the Great is destroyed, Yahawashi is going to take the reins of the planet Earth and steer it back into a state of righteousness, man. A state of paradise. You see? Verse 10 says what? And Chaldea shall be a spoil, which is Babylon the Great America. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi. Who is all that spoiled her, man? Spoil her. And that includes her allies. You see? Along with her enemies. They're all going to be satisfied because look at the tyranny that the reign of tyranny that America has had on the earth since it came in power, man. Just terrorizing and bullying all the nations, and they're sick and tired of it, man. So once this place is destroyed, yeah, they're going to be mourning because their cash cow was destroyed. But guess what? It's going to be a sigh of relief to not have to deal with this wicked-ass place anymore. You see? This is what's coming, man. I wanted to grab some off of this one, man. I had it and it just slipped. Khan. To show you, going back to Obadiah, even the allies of America are going to come up against this place, man. Verse 6 says what? Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the wickedness that's been going on, man. All the pedophilia rings. Just all the madness that you devils have been doing is being brought to the forefront, man. And you're being exposed. You see? Verse 7 says what? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. You see that? So all the allies of America are going to turn upon this place, man. You see? You even heard about some of the American allies. They're teaming up with Russia, man. Because they're sick and tired of America, and that's all according to prophecy. You see? And they are going to fire missiles right along with the enemies of America, man. You see? This is what the Most High is preparing. And that goes into Revelation 17. In 17 it says what? My bad, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, that represents the EU. You see? These, and the beast represents NATO. These shall hate the whore. Who is the whore? Babylon the Great. That's the whore. It says, these shall hate the whore, and that's what we see happening. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. How is that going to be done, man? By way of those thermonuclear missiles. This is the fate of America. This is what the Most High is preparing in the earth as we speak, man. For America to go down by way of thermonuclear fire. You see, the economy is collapsing. The political system is collapsing. You see all the fucking moral decay that's going on here in Babylon the Great, man. You see? Just all manner of wickedness going on in this place. And this place's iniquity is about to reach the brim, man. And the Most High is going to bring it down just like he did Sodom and Gomorrah. Verse 17 says what? For Yahawah have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. You hear that? Yahawah have put in their hearts. Put in whose hearts? The heart. He's put it in the hearts of the allies of America and the enemies of America to fulfill his will, man. And to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. He just said it in the video. The monopoly that America has had on the world, man, is coming to an end. That's the great city that reigned over the kings of the earth. This is talking about America, Babylon the Great, man, which is on the brink of receiving thermonuclear destruction. So going back to Jeremiah 50 and 11, and the Most High tells you why this is happening. Because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage. What's the heritage of the Most High? The Israelites. That's why this destruction is coming upon you, man. The same reason destruction came upon ancient Egypt for what they was doing unto the Israelites back in the ancient time, man. It said, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded. You see that? Who is that talking about? Great Britain. She gonna be confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness and a dry land and a desert. What's the hindermost of the nations, man? Where's the furthest west you can go? Here in America. This is the hindermost of the nations. The sun rises where? In the east, and it says where? Here in Babylon the Great, man. This is the furthest place you can go on the planet Earth. So this place is going to become a what? A wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Made possible by what? The thermonuclear missiles, man. This is why you see Russia mass producing hypersonic missiles, man. They have these shits on an assembly line, man, going. You see? Building up the Most High's armory, man. In preparation of the great destruction. You want to see some fireworks? You're going to see fireworks once Babylon the Great is destroyed, man. You see? Verse 13 says what? Because of the wrath of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hissed are her plagues. That's what the Most High is about to do to this land, man. You see? This bustling country, man. You got people in these cities moving all day and all night, man. All that shit is about to be wiped away by Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, man. Verse 14 says what? Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. So all the nations that have thermonuclear capabilities, guess what they're going to do? They're going to come up against Babylon, man. And what does the Most High tell them to do? Shoot at her, spare no arrows. What are those arrows? The ICBM missiles, man. So all the nations that have thermonuclear capabilities are going to come up against this place and shoot everything they have upon this land, man. And why is that happening? For she has sinned against Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. You see? That's why this is happening. And look at the madness that's going on here in this place, man. Look at the madness that's going on. Go back and look at the track record of what they've done into the Israelites. That's why this destruction is coming upon this place, man. You see? Let me see. That's all I want to know on that one. Let's go back to Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and 17 says what? Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, the Russians, which shall not regard silver, and as for their gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, and that's what's going to happen, man. These missiles ain't going to give a damn what your age is. If you're on the lands of America, when those missiles start to fall, it's like, let me say, if you're not a part of the remnant that's going to be taken up into those chariots, you're going to receive of this great fire that's coming, man. Hey, men, women, and children. Hey, you gonna have women that's fucking pregnant going to get swept away in this fire. You think that wouldn't happen during the time of the flood? Women that probably was in labor, you see, as the flood was happening, probably was pregnant while the flood was happening. Guess what? The same thing is about to happen now when this flood of fire comes. No one will be spared except for the remnant. Verse 19 says what? and Babylon the glory of kingdoms. You said, what's the glory of kingdoms, man? America. You see? But that glory is fastly being taken away by Yahawashi, man. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how did Sodom and Gomorrah go out, man? By way of fire and brimstone. And why was it taken out? You see? It was taken out to be an example unto them that should after. Matter of fact, let's get it real quick. Is an example. Yep. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 6, it says what? And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. So that's why Sodom and Gomorrah was set up, man, to show the world what not to be, and the judgment that you can receive for doing the madness they were doing, man. And Babylon has come in and surpassed the wickedness of Sodom and Gomorrah, so they're gonna receive the same judgment. This time it's gonna come, and that fire and brimstone is gonna come in the form of ICBM missiles, man. You see, ain't no coincidence. All this missile talk is happening. All this war talk is happening. Hey, these prophecies are being prepared to come to pass, man. Verse 21 says what? It shall never be inhabited. We just read that in Jeremiah 50. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. You see, no more of you heathen nations coming over here setting up shop. All that's going to be done away with once this fire comes, man. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come. And her time is near to come. This is what we're witnessing, man. The time of America's destruction is near to come. And her days shall not be prolonged, man. This place has an expiration date, and we're fastly approaching that day. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith Yahawashi. So with that, man, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hope for the let Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahawaah bahasham Yahawashi has commanded you to do. With that, I'm going to say shalom, wa, abba,